Oh, YTPC. Joshua Stewart, pipe up north. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. I know I got my belly full. Had some good leftover turkey for a couple of days. And it just seems like it's always a busy time. Even though I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off of work, it goes by too quick. So, tonight, I'm enjoying from Ken Byron Ventures some B. Frog's Colonial Reserve. I am enjoying it in, what is this thing? I believe it's a Marksman Synchromatic Rhodesian. I think this is one that I picked up at the swap meet last spring, I believe. Am I getting too many pipes that I can't remember where I got them all? Nah. So this B. Frog's Colonial Reserve, kind of goofy little artwork, but kind of cool, is straight Virginia, I believe, in a broken flake. I've had this a couple of times, so this isn't like a first impression or anything, but first time I had it, I was a little disappointed. It wasn't quite what I'd built it up to be in my mind. And I thought it was biting a little bit, but I think it's more just the I don't know if you'd call it not really spiciness, but just the characteristic of the tobacco. I don't think it's actually biting me. Because when something bites me, I feel it for hours afterwards, and that isn't the case here. But now, as you know, I'm not good at picking out the nuances of flavors that I'm getting. But I would definitely put it up there with some of the better straight Virginias out there. Like the, was it McBaron HH Pure Virginia, the Capstan Blue, the Sam Gawith Full Virginia Flake. I think this stuff can hold its own against any of them. Now, I am relighting this quite a bit. I think I'm just getting towards the bottom of the bowl. I thought it only had about half of it before I started, but maybe I had more than that. Or half of it before I started recording. I had a bowl the other night and it lasted, it was one of my bigger pipes, but it lasted well over an hour for a bowl. So I'm only about 15 minutes into this, and Good stuff. I was gonna buy some stuff on some of the online Black Friday sales for the Tasty Leaf, we'll call it. But I ended up not getting any yet. Um, I've got some gift cards and stuff that I need to use up before the end of the year. There it went out again. So I'll be definitely sometime between now and the end of the year I'll be putting in an order or two. And Friday I did a little bit of Black Friday shopping, I guess you could say. Those of you in the Midwest, I'm sure, are familiar with Menards. I think they're getting a little bit more of a nationwide presence in the last few years, but for those of you unfamiliar, it's kind of like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. And I started going to their Black Friday sales, I don't know, probably about 15 years ago. All the, well, usually my wife's whole family would come up for Thanksgiving, and then, you know, the evening of Thanksgiving would usually browse through the paper and all the ads for Black Fridays and stuff. And everybody would figure out what they wanted to get and all that. But the one that always caught my eye was the Menards ad. They had some pretty good Black Friday sales for stuff that you didn't know that you needed. So I went most years to that. Gotten a few pretty good bargains, but I don't know, this year it just seems like none of the Black Friday sales were as good as they had been previously, which maybe they weren't, or maybe I just decided that I don't need all that crap. I remember one of the first Black Friday sales. You know, I'd seen all the stuff on TV about how crazy this stuff would get. And my takeaway from my very first time that I was at a store, I don't know if I was there at opening, but you know, like a half hour after the doors opened or something, I got in there and the place was packed. I have never seen a 300-pound woman move so fast. Of course, nowadays they're doing more online, or they're spreading it out over multiple days or weeks. So some of that intensity of the Black Friday isn't what it used to be, and probably never will be again. But I remember my wife went to one of them a number of years ago. I think it was Target had some really good deals or something for stuff that they wanted. They said the line to get into the building and they open at like 5 or 6 in the morning. The line to get into the building went all the way around the side of the building. So there was hundreds and hundreds of people waiting in line to get in. And of course, by the time they got in, what they wanted was gone anyway. But Yeah, the good old days of retail. Of course, around here this year, I think it was actually below zero on Black Friday morning. So anyway, yeah, kind of a low key Black Friday this year. And I'm okay if it doesn't get back the way it used to be. Although I do have to say I miss the paper ads. I don't remember which one it was. Walmart. Kind of looking a little bit at upgrading the TV. I mean, we don't buy high-end electronics in our house, but just bump up like about 10 inches bigger on the TV would be nice sometimes. And of course, they're getting so cheap these days. It's not really that big of a burden to have that big of a financial burden to have a nice big TV. So I was looking through the online Black Friday ad for Walmart, and it's like everything was just so mixed up, and even when you try to sort and it's still kind of confusing, and sometimes you just want to see what's out there without having to actually figure out what you're looking for, just to see what kind of deals there is of, say, stuff that you didn't know you needed. But the Walmart one was so confusing to try to navigate this year. So if any of you are involved with I don't even know what the title, the graphic designer or whatever that came up with that Walmart Black Friday webpage, they need to go about it a different way. But this Colonial Reserve is kind of holding its own now. This particular pipe is a little tricky for me because it's got the stinger on it like the K-Woodies have. I'll pull it apart, but got cut off. So the draw is a little loose, so it's easy to overdo it. For me anyway. But maybe that just means I need to pack it tighter or something. But it's got a pretty easy draw, pretty full, easy to overdo it and end up with a little bit of ash in your mouth if you're not careful when you get towards the bottom, which don't ask me how I know that. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's got just a little whistle to it too when I'm taking it in. I'm trying to go really slow when I'm taking it in because otherwise I know I'll end up with a mouthful of ash. But yeah, being relatives and stuff have been here all weekend, and they're not going to be going back until Monday night because kids have some school events tomorrow night. It's kind of late Sunday night when I'm recording this. Got to go back to work in the morning. But I've been able to get out in the shop here and usually have one quick pipe an evening. And, haven't gotten a chance to make a video. I was hoping to make one this weekend, but just been too busy, and want to try to watch a few of you guys' videos too, but I've only gotten a couple of them all weekend, so the one that I did catch, I don't remember what day that was that I saw that one, but Greg at Tunnel Take, he had a little gibbahay. Pretty generous, and he gave out I think it was 10 different winners. I don't remember exactly, but guess who ended up with one of them? So thank you, Greg. So looking forward to that. It should be fun. Now I get that Greg, he can rub some people the wrong way, and I'm not going to say I agree with him 100% on everything, but he makes some good points. And I've never met him in person. I only know him from the videos, like a lot of you other guys have seen him, if you've seen him, but yeah. It'll be fun to meet him someday. And in person, I think I'd get along with him pretty good, even though our personalities are very different. I think we agree on more than we disagree on. So anyway, say Sunday night, I'll probably, hopefully, be able to get a tobacco and a codger and a corn cob and tobacco tin Tuesday out on Tuesday morning, hopefully. Otherwise, hopefully Tuesday evening at the latest. We'll see how it goes. So I got a couple of busy days coming up. This week is going to be crazy because all three of my kids going to 3 different schools have concerts this week, so they're all involved in their music programs. The youngest one is still in high school, and the older 2 are in college, and every one of them is involved in their music program. So, which I have no musical talent at all, so I'm not sure where that came from, but so busy week coming up. And then I guess on top of all that, I got a birthday coming up too, so this week. In fact, it'll be on Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I haven't turned the calendar over yet for December. Well, but so anyway, wife always asks, "So what do you want for your birthday?" And so I got this list that I started. I think I shared that before too. Got this list on the computer that I started probably 20 years ago. I think I've got 150 things on the list, and I just add to it or subtract from it a little bit every year and keep it current. And of course, the last year and this year, I've added a bunch of tobacco and pipes and related things, lighters, none of which I need, but stuff that should be relatively easy to find if they want. So. So yeah, this Beef Frog, Ken Byron Venture Beef Frog series, and Colonial Reserve is the, get the little Ben Franklin frog there. Kind of like that the Ken Byron puts these little stickers in and put it on the mason jars when you jar it up, though I haven't jarred this one up yet. It's still in the Mylar Ziploc. I did notice it's starting to dry out just a little bit already, so I don't know if I didn't quite have it sealed perfectly or what. But so I better get it jarred up here pretty quick. So with that, say I'll be back again in a couple of days here. Keep you up to date on everything and come up with a codger blend to enjoy on Tuesday. So with that, I'll let you all go. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, I guess we're done with Thanksgiving. I suppose I could say Merry Christmas for the month of December, being that's coming up. So, Merry Christmas. This is Joshua Stewart, Pipe Up North. Have a good day.